Welcome back. Today is day 5 of 8. 3 legs today, Jackson, Mississippi turn, and then I have a 2-hour sit, and then I do the Allentown. Now, I explain this. If I was in New York, there's no way I would do 8 days in a row because they have longer routes like Kansas City, Milwaukee, Memphis. Those are long flights, almost 3-hour flights. Our longest flight out of Atlanta directly is White Plains, which is 1 hour and 55 minutes. We used to have Montreal, but Mainline took that over, which I'm not missing that whatsoever. So we don't have these long, super long flights like that. I think, yeah, White Plains is our longest flight. So if I was in New York, I probably would never do the 8 days unless I truly had to, because doing those long flights like that is not for the weak. You make more money, sure, but you got to deal with everything. This summer, New York has been in IROP almost every other day. Every other day, you have to deal with that all the time. One drop of rain, IROP. Snow, IROP. Everything. But I sometimes I like the short route, sometimes I don't. It's a give and take, but I'm glad to be based at home instead of having to commute. So I wouldn't change that for nothing in the world. But other than that, I'm finna get ready and catch this shuttle. I'll see you guys once I get to Allentown tonight. Everybody made it here to Allentown 2 hours late. Had a weather delay in Atlanta. We landed right before the ramp closed. And when we landed, it took us about 1.5 hours to get to our gate. So that happened, and then the flight kept getting delayed because the inbound was delayed. And all day today, this was my first time this summer having an aircraft with the APU inoperative, which, if you don't know, the APU is what makes the engines run, the auxiliary power unit. And when it's not running, they can't turn on the engine so it can blow air throughout the aircraft. And when I tell you it was hot, I was sweating. Sweat was rolling everywhere. This shirt is through. Yeah, both times. And then the captain on the second flight, it didn't have, the back lab was inoperative and no APU. When I tell you it was so hot on there, he asked us, do you feel like going? I'm like, whatever you feel like doing, you have more authority than I do. Because he was like, he was close to calling out fatigue, not because he was tired, but because of the 2 hot aircrafts all day long. But I still think it should be a no-go item with inoperative APUs during the summertime, because it gets too hot. It was 92 degrees in the cabin back there in the back until we take off and get in the air. And it seems like it always takes forever for us to get off the ground because we're taxiing for so long and it's hot back there. So that's just my thought on it. But this was my first time this summer not having an APU. So I've been kind of spoiled, used to having air conditioning blowing and everything like that. Other than that, shorter overnight, turning from 13, I think 10, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna go work out, come back up, try to get as much sleep as possible, and get up in the morning. And tomorrow's a longer day. It's a 4-leg day, but I'm working in the front. I purposely worked the back today because I didn't want to work 4 legs in the back, especially full service flights. So it is what it is. So I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 6 of 8, 4 legs. Allentown to Atlanta, Atlanta to Moline, Moline back to Atlanta, back to Moline. That's what I do today. Supposed to be some more round of thunderstorms coming back this afternoon again. So we don't know what's gonna happen. I hope we don't get extended delays, because my report time is not until really late in the afternoon tomorrow. So they can really extend us because we have so far of a late report. But the good thing about it is our pilots have a different timeout time than we do as flight attendants. So that's just the way that it is. But we're gonna see how this afternoon goes. I got up, ate breakfast, worked out last night, and slept pretty well. And our flight is already delayed by 5 minutes coming here because I guess it left late. We don't know what the problem is, but I hope it has an APU. So other than that, I'll see you guys once I get to Moline. If anything happens in between, I'm gonna keep you updated. Boy, when I tell y'all it was a long day, it's a long day. We were delayed a little bit today because of weather and taxiing and things like that, but it wasn't significant as yesterday, but we were delayed all day. We've just been delayed all day. Like I said, these were some of our longest flights that we have directly out of Atlanta, Allentown, then to Atlanta to Moline, which was an hour and 45 going, and then another hour and 45 coming back again. It just seemed like I didn't think we would ever get here because it just seemed like this day has been long, and it has not been any sit, so we barely had time to breathe. As soon as the cleaners came on, we were boarding again. So that's how it is sometimes. I'm glad, I brought my food, because if I didn't, I didn't have time to go get something to eat. Now, I've said before, you could make the time to be like, hey, listen, I haven't gotten anything to eat. You can step off, because we were already delayed. So what difference is it gonna make? And we kept the plane all day. So you go get you something to eat. But other than that, because we were supposed to have an hour sit before this flight, didn't happen. Cleaners came off, they started boarding, so. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the morning. Tomorrow's a later report. I don't have to van until 4:15 in the afternoon, so I'm sleeping in tonight, tomorrow. Hello, everybody. Today is day, what is today? 7 of 8. And I slept all day, pretty much. I've been pushing my body a lot, especially with this dieting and things like that, working out. I've been pushing my body a lot, and I didn't work out today. Last night I would have worked out, but it closed at 11. We got here after 11. So I just listened to my body, and I just rested so I could recharge my body, because again, I'm not 25, I'm about to be 41, and pushing it through this much is the most I've pushed it since college football. So I just needed a reset. So I just took a time and just rested all day. But 2 legs today, Moline to Atlanta, Atlanta to Fayetteville, and I'm done about 10:30 again tonight. So hopefully the rain is moving in. Hopefully we don't get delayed because of that. If we do get delayed, hopefully it's enough for us to cancel in Atlanta. But I doubt it, because we're supposed to keep the plane. So we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you guys updated. Everybody made it here to Fayetteville, not Arkansas, North Carolina. Today's flight is very uneventful. Nothing really actually happened on the flights. Smooth. Well, again, the flight coming in was delayed by a little bit, but that's it, and it put us behind for our next flight. That's all it really was. But I can see why some of you all love these PM flights. I get it. You don't have to wake up as early. You can sleep in, do whatever. But the issue with me is getting home late on go home day, and then getting to the hotel late, being that I have this routine of that I want to work out, because the later you get into the hotel, you're going to be like, oh man, I don't feel like going to work out. Or it closes at a certain particular time and not 24/7. So that's the only other issue that I have. But I can see why you like it. Just getting up late, not having to get up super early. But it's not for everybody. Now, I don't mind taking them sometimes, but for the majority of the time, if I didn't need to be off on the first day of school, I would not be working this PM flight. I would have kept my original early morning trip. So, but anyway, tomorrow's go home day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, another late. Everybody, I made it home. Ended this 8-day trip. I didn't get to you all this morning because an hour before our van time, the fire alarm went off, so we had to go downstairs. So I had to come back up, rush, and get ready for the van. So I didn't get to y'all today. But just, again, another delays, traffic delays. So pretty much we was delayed all day. Well, except for the first flight, we got to Atlanta on time. But after that, delay. We had to sit and wait on the tarmac for traffic flow or whatever like that. And it is now 11:13 and I'm pulling up to the house. So I finished with this 8-day trip. Again, I would not do this if I didn't need to be out tomorrow for first day of school. So I got to be back up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So it is what it is. We sometimes have to do things that we don't want to do. But that's the flexibility of this job, that I'm able to move and maneuver my schedule around. So I can't complain too much about it. So here we are. But as always, hug on the ones that you love. Tell the ones that you love them.